Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the National Outlaw Racing Association League. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from Daytona, Florida at the Daytona International Superspeedway, a 2.5-mile oval where these drivers are going to compete for 60 laps. The weather tonight is clear, and it's a comfortable 82 degrees outside. The track temperature currently sits at 84 degrees. The rules for tonight's events are these drivers are going to be given 3 sets of tires, 100% fuel, and 1 quick repair to complete this race tonight. The tires and the fuel should not be a big factor tonight. I believe these drivers can go all the way with 100% fuel. The real question is that quick repair. This being a super speedway, what's got to be on everyone's minds tonight is the big one. This is going to be the Cup Series' first points race of the season. And once again, this is their inaugural season. So a lot of these guys have not been on the track together and have not turned many laps together, so we're going to see if that becomes a factor later on in this race. And as these drivers are finishing up their qualifying runs, we're going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by URA Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of a bursting air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, and a big thank you to URA Flyovers for our opening ceremonies tonight. I see we've already got Thomas Adams in the chat. Looking forward to a great night of racing. I think we all are, Thomas. Little disappointed not to see you on the track here in the Cup Series, but we'll be looking out for you tomorrow night in the ARCA Series for sure. Currently looking at Byron Gay in the 20 car on track for his qualifying run. All right, Thomas said he needs to earn his stripes in the ARCA Series first. Well, you've already got a fan base in the ARCA Series, so, you know, if sponsorship money is the issue, I think that fan base can help you work that one out. And we're now looking at the 86 of Tyler Clifford as he completes his qualifying run. Switching over to Zachary Price. It looks like almost everyone has completed their qualifying runs or is on track now, so not too much longer. We will be getting ready to start the race. What is going on, Samuel? Glad to see you in the chat as well. As these drivers finish up their qualifying runs, we're going to step aside for a word from our sponsors.
It's race day on iRacing. The grid is set. Engines are rumbling. The chat is buzzing. The anticipation is building. But before the green flag waves, you need a moment that gets hearts racing. Hoorah Flyovers delivers cinematic, custom airplane flyovers for your iRacing or esports event, bringing real-world energy to your virtual track. Add a patriotic punch to your pre-race show. Whether you're hosting a league championship, a memorial race, or just want to hype the crowd, Hoorah brings the thunder. Fully customizable, easy to book, stream ready, guaranteed to get your drivers and fans fired up. Because when the jets fly, everyone pays attention. Stand tall, fly low, race proud. Hoorah! Visit Hoorah Flyovers on Discord or Facebook and bring the flyover experience to iRacing like never before.
All right, we are back and the race is getting ready to start. Samuel, thank you for tuning into the broadcast and thank you guys for having me. All right, the drivers are beginning to grid up. We're going to go through our official grid. Take a look at these drivers. Taking the pole tonight, we have the 4 car of Tyler Street. Starting to his outside in second place will be the 21 car of Christopher Foote. Third place, Joshua Edmonds. Jonathan Dominics will start in 4th. Scott Leonard will be rolling off 5th. Samuel Reed to his outside in 6th. Byron Gay is going to roll off 7th. With Chris Evans in the 23 cars starting 8th. Aaron Yancey will be starting 9th in the 98 car. Tyler Clifford will start to his outside in 10th. Seth LaCroix, I got it right this time, will be rolling off 11th tonight. Joseph Benson in 12th. Sorry about that. The grid shut down, but Joseph Benson will be rolling off 12th tonight. Zachary Price will be starting in 13th. Joseph Truskowski will be rolling off 14th tonight. In 15th, we have Scott Tomlinson. And 16th, we have league owner Terrell Wheeler. Eric Jorgensen will be rolling off 17th, with Chris Jones to his outside in 18th in the 33 car. That will round out our field for tonight as the cars are now taking the track for their 1 pace lap. We've got a much bigger field this week than we did last week for the shootout. 18 cars in the field tonight here at a super speedway. This is going to be interesting. A lot of these guys have not raced together before. And the one thing on everyone's mind has got to be the big one. We have Samson LaCroix rooting on LaCroix, Edmonds, and Jones tonight in the chat. Thank you for tuning in, Samson. They are coming off of turn 4. That pace car is getting ready to dive down pit road. And the pace car is off. Tyler Street and that 4 car is going to lead him to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are racing in the National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series. Tyler Street gets a great jump on that start. But I think he's probably gotten out too far. He's not getting help from behind. That's going to allow the 17 to get back up to him. The outside line struggling. A lot of people opted to jump down to the low side to start off this race. Oh, we've got a car through the infield. Looks like Christopher Foote in that 21 car goes for a ride through the infield. Let's go back and see what happened there. Looks like he came low, just came across the 56's nose. That 21 car going for a ride, hitting the inside wall. A lot of left rear damage for that 21 car. That brought out our first caution of the night. And it looks like he opted to tow, so he'll be burning his quick repair early. All right, we got Michael Jordan here just in time. We're doing great here over at the Rebel Racing Network, Michael. Glad you made it, buddy. All right. As these cars get reset to do it again, we're going to take a step away for a word from our sponsors.
Howdy, folks. Ed Pinkley here. Pinkley Motors, downtown Arcadia, Florida. I want to invite y'all to come on test drive one of our Pinkley F-150s. Or y'all come on down, you can test drive yourself a Pinkley Mustang. Or better yet, you can come out and check out one of our most popular models we have, the Pinkley Taurus. Everybody loves a Pinkley Taurus for some odd reason. So come on down. We got screaming deals on Pinkley Tauruses. Take one for a drive, give it a rub yourself. You'll see how much you love a Pinkley Taurus. But I tell you what, you better hurry, because if your old lady finds out you've been using your neighbor's Pinkley Taurus, you're going to be in deep. So come on down, Pinkley Motors, downtown Arcadia, right next to the Helping Hand Clinic in the van behind Walmart.
All right, and a big thank you to Pinkley Ford as these cars continue to make their way around the track. All right, the dudes with the Army paints are prior service. I see that they looks like they actually have a team formed up called Veteran Racing. We're currently looking at the IC Light car of Joseph Truskowski. That must be a Pittsburgh guy right there. Repping the black and yellow there. Iron City Light. Great beer. I love an Iron City Light, but I gotta be honest, I've gotten more into the craft beers lately. We're looking at some of these U.S. Army paints here. The Army just had their 250th birthday. Happy birthday to all the soldiers out there. The Marine Meat just wants to say the Marines still do it better on their birthday. Oh, Thomas, no. Don't tell me you're from Cleveland, Thomas. All right, they are getting doubled up. We are getting ready to go back racing here. The lights on the pace car are out as they go down the backstretch. Thomas, you are gonna get muted if you come out here with the brownies. We will unmute. We will unmute you when they win a Super Bowl, buddy. I am just playing. Being a transplant to Charlotte, I can get on board with the Go Panthers in there, but they're having a rough go of it. All right. They are off of turn 4. We are getting ready to go back green. The pace car is off. Joshua Edmonds in control of this one now. As they enter the restart zone. Joshua Edmonds takes off. We are back green flag racing. We're going to try this again, folks. Looks like 3 cars trying to get formed up there on the outside. Edmonds got a great jump on that restart, but once again, getting a jump on that restart does not work to your advantage because of the draft. Let's see how quickly that 19 car is able to close the gap with them. I see a lot of bobbing and weaving on the outside there. An aggressive move by the 45. Joshua Edmonds, even after that big jump on the restart, he is still in control of this race. 19 of Scott Leonard able to close that gap, though, as they get single file behind the leader. All right, Thomas, we're going to have to convert you over to a Pittsburgh fan, buddy. So everyone opting for that low line except for 4 cars. We have the IC Light car at 42 of Joseph Truskowski, Seth LaCroix in that 29 car. The 88 of Joseph Benson still on the outside. A handful more. Seeing 2 of those Army cars out there on the outside. Looking at our Discord chat, they appear to be in the same team, so yeah, I wonder if they're trying to work a little bit of strategy here, work together to make their way up to the front. Couple of other cars opting to join them now. We've got that 23 car of Chris Evans joining them on the high side. Looking for a push from Joseph Truskowski. We're seeing the 20 of Byron Gay also making a move to the outside, trying to make a move on the leader. The 56 of Samuel Reed as well. We thought patience was going to be key here, and some of these guys not being so patient. All these moves being made on lap 9. Very aggressive. I'm seeing the 8 wall in the, or 8 car in the wall there. He's able to keep it straight. That's going to cost him some speed. Now that they've formed up on the outside, that outside line is making their way to the front. We've got a new leader. The 42 of Joseph Truskowski has now made his way out to the lead. He's going to dive low, throw a block on that 23 of Chris Evans. Chris Evans going to check up a little bit. That outside line, though, got formed up very strong on the outside. Now the outside line being led by our veteran drivers in those U.S. Army cars, the 29 of Seth LaCroix and the 88 of Joseph Benson. Ooh, the 29 in trouble there. Big pile up. Bringing out our second caution of the night on lap 11. Go back, see what happened there. Also, that 29, he got a little squirrely. Got back down into the 56. Sent back in the wall. Taking the 88 with him. The 8 car. Looks like the 17 of Joshua Edmonds involved in that as well. Scott Tomlinson involved. They both head down pit lane. Tough break for the veteran team tonight. All right, and we have some cars opted down, come down pit road. The 20 of Byron Gay heads down pit road. Samuel Reed, Seth LaCroix, Terrell Wheeler, Joseph Benson, and Christopher Foote all making their way down pit lane. All of these cars, I believe, caught a piece of that accident, looking to get some damage repaired. A lot of tore up race cars here early on in this race. Yes, Jones caught a big break there, and that top line was charging. Thomas, I don't even know what to say to that comment about Dale Earnhardt. I'm going to leave that one alone. We're going to step aside for a word from our sponsors.
Port Charlotte residents know how brutal Florida summers can be, and no one wants to spend their weekends mowing and edging in that heat. That's where Port Charlotte Lawn Care comes in. They offer reliable, professional lawn care services, mowing, trimming, edging, and blowing to keep yards looking sharp and stress-free week after week. No contracts, no nonsense, just dependable service from a team that takes pride in every lawn they service. For a yard that's clean, green, and ready to enjoy, trust the pros at Port Charlotte Lawn Care. Call Port Charlotte Lawn Care today for a free quote, serving the greater Port Charlotte area. Port Charlotte Lawn Care, where your lawn is their pride.
All right, and we are back. I believe this time by it will be 1 to green. We currently have that 42 of Joseph Truskowski in control of this one. The 23 of Chris Evans in second. Jonathan Dominics in the 45 currently sits in third. Fourth, we have Aaron Yancey in that 98 car. And fifth, Scott Leonard in the 19 car. And Jones definitely caught a big break there. He did gain 9 positions after that caution. Our biggest mover of the race so far, though, is that 42 of Joseph Truskowski. He is up 13 positions since the start of this race. They'll be restarting this race on lap 14. So already 2 cautions, 14 laps in to a 60-lap race. Some quick repairs used. We're going to see if everyone decides to get a little bit more patient here. Still have a lot of racing left to go. And the pace car dives down pit road as the cars enter the restart zone. Green flag is out. We're back racing. Joseph Truskowski got a wide gap. The 42 and the 45, both a huge gap there. That's going to allow the 45. I'm sorry, that was the 98 car tries to go, went low. The 23 decides to follow him down low. Single file out front. 98 car now looking to go high. I don't think anyone's going to go with him yet. Trying to make that outside line work for him, but he has no help. He's going to end up getting railroaded on the inside here as the 19 of Scott Leonard, the 34 of Zachary Price go by on the inside. Tyler Clifford in the 86 now to his inside. A bold move by that 98 car of Aaron Yancey to try and jump to the outside there. And a look at our leaders. We have Jonathan Dominics and Joseph Truskowski still in control of this one. I'm looking. We've got the Army cars working together again on that outside line, trying to make their way up to the front. It didn't work out so well for them the first time they tried it. Looks like the 29 and the 88 both opted to use those quick repairs to get back into this. Trying to make their way back up to the front. They're 3 wide back in the pack. Looks like the one. 56 making it 3 wide, trying to make his way back up to the front. So the leaders have figured this out. They're all right in single file, but everyone in the back jockeying for position, trying to get an advantage the best way they can to get back up front. Got that 29 and the 88 leading the charge on the high side. '19 now hops up to the outside, getting a push from that 29 car. 19 of Scott Leonard. What's the old saying? Rangers lead the way. We've got the U.S. Army cars trying to lead the way to the front. Ooh, the 98 gets up into the 88. Bringing out our third caution of the night. Aaron Yancey in that 98 car. He came up, got a piece of the 88 of Joseph Benson. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened there. Looking back at it, looks like the 98 just lost control of it there. Goes up, tags the 88. Taking out a lot of guys behind him. Tough break for that 88. Once again, the 88, I'm pretty sure already used that quick repair. As he currently sits in his pit stall trying to get this damage worked out to go back racing. Joseph Truskowski in that 42 car still in control of this one, though. Real quick, let's see if we can get a quick interview done while these cars are under yellow. Actually, they are making their way down pit road. Everyone opting to head down pit road here, it looks like. The 8 car will stay out. That is Scott Tomlinson in the 8 car, who currently sits 7 laps down, 6 as he goes by the field, trying to make up some laps here and get back into this race. Everyone else opts to head down pit road. So we see Seth LaCroix and the 19 of Scott Leonard battling off pit road, and it looks like Seth got him. That was very unfortunate for the veteran team as they go around to get caught up to the pace car. We will save the interview for the next caution and step aside for a word from our sponsors.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting-edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold.
Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At Fed Up, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. Fed Up, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated packages. Batteries not included. Actually, nothing's included.
All right, and we are back as they're going to get the one to go signal. The lights on the pace car go out. Seth LaCroix in control of this one now. Seth making up some time there on pit road. When the green flag drops, we're going to have Seth LaCroix leading them to the green. The 19 of Scott Leonard to his outside. Jonathan Dominics, he was in first, coming into pit road, rolling it off third. I'm sorry, Jonathan Dominics in second, coming to pit road, rolling off third. Joseph Truskowski in first. We'll be restarting third this time. I apologize. I am having an issue with my timing, guys. Joseph Truskowski restarting third. Jonathan Dominics in fourth. Chris Evans in fifth. As they come off turn 4, that pace car gets ready to dive down one more time. We're going to try this again, folks. The pace car is off. Seth LaCroix entering that restart zone. 42 did not let Seth pull away from him on this restart. That 42 of Joseph Truskowski helping him out as the 29 and the 42 jump out to an early lead on this restart. Scott Leonard in that 19 car is going to drop down behind him as they get single file up front. And the back of the pack is going to get this sorted out as well. Everyone's single file, just kind of riding along for the moment. And a little update, after that last caution, we now have Joseph Benson and Christopher Foote out of the race. Both of them used up their quick repairs. We're not able to use another quick repair. Their night is done. Now that it looks like, we've got a couple or two drivers out of this race officially, everyone being a little bit more patient now. And I spoke too soon. We're back double file in the back there. It's like Eric Jorgensen in that 77 car being very aggressive. And the 17 of Joshua Edmonds, he was 3 wide there for a minute. They're trying to get a line going up on the top side to make their way to the front. Earlier on in this race, we saw all those U.S. Army paint schemes working together on that high line to drive to the front. It paid off for Seth LaCroix. Mr. Benson had some struggles up there, being caught up in 2 wrecks. But now that team of Army cars, the Veterans Racing team, is now spread out throughout the pack, not able to work together. Looking at Chris Jones at the very back of the pack now. In that 33 U.S. Army car. That outside line has now formed up. It is being led by the 56 of Samuel Reed, with Joshua Edmonds right behind him, trying to push him. Ooh, Chris Jones going for a ride through the infield. I think he got tapped in the back. Goes off track. They're able to save it. No yellow coming out. That is going to be a tough break for that 33 of Chris Jones, though, as he's going to lose the draft. Now Chris is going to need another caution to get back into this, as the field is going to pull away from him. That 56 of Samuel Reed getting a big push from the 17 car there. So they slowly try to make their way up towards the front. Now, pushing here on iRacing, very difficult to do. You cannot push going into these turns. So you can push these guys down a straightaway, but you have to back off that rear bumper of theirs as they enter the turn. Otherwise, someone is going to go around. 17 car now opting to go to the inside of the 56. That's going to let the 8 car of Joshua Edmonds, I believe, move up in line. We'll ride. We're currently riding along with the 17 of Joshua Edmonds. I apologize again. The numbers on the scoring, on the scoreboard, not matching the numbers on the cars. We're riding along with the 17 car of Joshua Edmonds now, though. We're seeing some blinks out of the 86 of Tyler Clifford. Joshua Edmonds smartly going to back off there. So that high line formed up in the back, not making their way to the front like they would have liked. We now see the 56 going to hop back in line on the low side, leaving the 86 of Tyler Clifford in front of the line on the outside. Only 4 cars on the outside line. Not enough to get that energy going, to get that line moving up towards the front. So we have passed halfway. The 8. Still trying to figure out who the 8 is. The 8 trying to push that 86 car. And once again, guys, I would just like to apologize. I am still trying to learn everyone's names. Only our second race with these guys. So, trying to learn a little bit about everyone and learn some names and some car numbers here. We see Seth LaCroix still in charge of this one. Joseph Truskowski just tucked in behind him, not trying to push the issue yet. Smart racing up front. Now we're seeing the 86 move his way up towards the front. The 8 struggling to stay right on his back bumper, though. Give him that push. The 8 very squirrely. The 8 is up in the wall. Scott Tomlinson, the 8 car. So he's out in the wall. Looks like some major right side damage to him. It looks like that right front tire is bent in. Scott 6 laps down. I think this is going to be the end to his night. We go back to the pack here at 86, still looking for that push to get him up towards the front. Currently sitting in 4th. The 17 of Joshua Edmonds now back on the outside, helping that 86 out. Getting very squirrely on that outside line. So we come down to 25 to go. Looking at the 8 as he makes his way down pit road. We'll go back, take a look at the leaders here. Seth LaCroix still in control of this one. Joseph Truskowski still not pushing the issue. We saw these guys working together on that outside line early on in the race. The 42 locked to that 29's bumper. Now the 42 is going to move to the outside. That outside line now formed up. Gonna challenge that inside line. 29's got the 19 helping him out. 19 of Scott Leonard trying to help out Seth LaCroix. Not going to be enough, though, as the 4 of Tyler Street and the 42 of Joseph Truskowski will get around Seth LaCroix. Seth LaCroix looking to try and make a run on the outside. He's in the front of the 86 of Tyler Clifford. He wants the lead back. The 86 of Tyler Clifford going to go to the inside of that 29 of Seth LaCroix. As that top line is beginning to dissolve, now only 3 cars on the outside. The 86 of Tyler Clifford going to jump back up to the outside. Try and get a push up to the front. We've been watching him tonight. He just seems like he's been hard to push tonight. These cars are getting ready to come up on lap traffic. Team 204 entered the chat from the 204 Late Model League. Glad to see you here, buddy. Support the other leagues on the broadcast. This is a great green flag run. After all that early mayhem, everyone being a little bit more patient here. That is the 33 of Chris Jones that the field has just passed, putting him yet another lap down, or 1 lap down. Once again, that 33 car, he got up into the outside wall earlier on in this run and lost the draft. So he's now trying to catch the draft again. I don't think there was too much damage to that 33 car. That should allow him to keep pace. Yep, we've got some great running guys. You know, everyone's playing together nicely for this being only the second race together in a much larger field than we had last week. And I have now confirmed that 8 car of Scott Tomlinson, he was 6 laps down, found himself in some more trouble. He bent in his right front tire. His night is now over. They were single file as they are coming down to 17 to go. We're seeing some cars opt to try that outside line and see if anyone will go with them. Not quite yet, though. We're still single file. Looking back in the pack here at Byron Gay in that 20 car. He just got passed for 10th place by that 86 of Tyler Clifford. They're going to link up, try to get the outside line going here again. We've got 4 cars. I don't think that's going to give them enough energy. 86 gets a shot in the back. Gets him out of shape. Couple of cars bounce off the wall, but we're going to stay green. Everyone's still facing forward, so we will stay green. That's going to be a tough break for the 86 of Tyler Clifford. He caught the outside wall hard. Does not look like much damage, but he is going to lose the draft here. And it looks like after everyone's seeing that, they're going to wait just a little bit longer to try and get that outside line going. We're now coming down to 15 to go. Joseph Truskowski still in control of this one. Tyler Street in second. Scott Leonard in third. Jonathan Dominics in fourth. Chris Evans in fifth. We're now seeing the 17 of Joshua Edmonds move into the outside. Looking to see if anyone will go with him. Joshua Edmonds, another member of the veteran racing team, not running an Army paint scheme like his other teammates. They worked together well at the beginning of this race, but now his friends are nowhere to be found. He'll drop to the back of the pack, sitting in 8th. Seth LaCroix led a lot of laps here. He's back in 9th with a group of 4 cars trying to catch the pack here. Now with only 13 to go, we're starting to see some guys try that outside line. See if anyone wants to go with them. Not quite yet. I did see a car go off track. I believe that was the 20 of Byron Gay. Oh, looks like the 20 and the 33 got together. 33 goes to the inside. Byron Gay lightly taps the outside wall. They're both going to go for a ride through the infield. The 20 smacking the inside wall. Going to be some right rear damage for him. 33 of Chris Jones. Some massive left front damage. So you see the fender hanging off the car there. I believe that is going to end Chris's night. That'll bring out our 4th caution with 12 to go. Real quick, we're going to try and get that interview with Seth LaCroix.
But it was,
Hey, Seth, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
hey, how's it going?
Hey, going pretty good. We just wanted to bring you up here. You got some fans in the chat tonight. They informed us that, all the Army cars on the track are former veterans. I believe you're running the Army paint scheme for the birthday?
Yep. Figured, Army birthday, we're all veterans, so it's like, why not? Veteran, start to the season.
All right, well, we're glad to see it. Real quick, I just wanted to ask you, we saw you in control of this race earlier. and a lot of those Army cars working together, y'all kind of got spread out. What is your guys' plan to get back up to the front for the finish?
I gotta fix this damage I got. I don't know. Someone hit my front end, and so that's why I was falling back. So once my damage is up, I should be good to go. Hopefully, to get back to the front.
All right. Well, we'll be keeping an eye on you, and we're rooting for you. Real quick, so, they said veterans. Are you guys different branches of service or all Army?
All Army. Joseph Benson's the only one who's currently still serving, but the rest of us been out for a while.
Okay. Well, good luck the rest of the night, buddy.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Once again, that was Seth LaCroix, driver of the 29 car. Celebrating the Army's 250th birthday tonight. Or this weekend. So, he got some front end damage worked out there. We're going to see if he can link back up with his teammates and make a run back to the front. They were very good earlier on in this race. But as we come down to 10 to go, they're going to get the 1 to go on the yellow flag. At this point in the race, your friends are where you find them. A little bit of a shakeup in the standings as well. We currently have the 19 of Scott Leonard sitting in first. Jonathan Dominics to his outside in the 45 car. The 23 car of Chris Evans in third. Zachary Price in the 34 car in fourth. The 4 car of Tyler Street will restart fifth. Joshua Edmonds in the 17 car will be restarting sixth. Then we have Joseph Truskowski rolling off in seventh. And Terrell Wheeler will restart in eighth. With 10 to go, this is still anyone's race. We're going to see if they can make it to the checkered flag under green flag conditions. But cautions breed cautions, and time is running out. So we're getting ready to start seeing some more aggressive moves here. There will be 9 to go when the green flag drops. All right, the pace car is going to head down pit road. They're entering the restart zone. We're going to try one more time. Green flag is out. Scott Leonard leading them to the green flag. Gets a good jump there. The 23 of Chris Evans going to fall behind him and take over second place. Now the 23 gets to the inside of Scott Leonard. 23 to the point. The 45 of Jonathan Dominics going to follow that 23, giving him a big push as the 19 drops back. 45 locked onto that 23's bumper as they go down the back stretch. And look out, here comes that 42 of Joseph Truskowski pushing the 4 car of Tyler Street, trying to make their way back to the front. They were up front for most of that last green flag run, trying to work their way back up front. I think those two, Joseph Truskowski and Tyler Street, they have found a friend in each other. And to try and make that work to the end of this race. And that 19 of Scott Leonard looks like he's found a friend in the 86, but struggling to push him. 19 is going to back off. Look at this, though. That 42 still locked to the 4's bumper through the turn. That takes some skill, especially here on iRacing. Most drivers really struggle to push each other through the corner. But these two look like they have figured it out. We're going to ride along with that 42, see what he is seeing here. Absolutely locked to that bumper. The 42 is now going to look to the inside of the 4 car. Very aggressive move. That is not going to pay off. It looks like Chris Evans, Tyler Street, Joseph Truskowski, all involved in that one. That 42 is going to jump to the pits. Let's go back, see what exactly happened there. 42 went to the inside. Looks like he just caught the 45. He ends up going up to the wall, taking the 23 and the 4 car with him. So that will bring Jonathan Dominics to the lead in after our 5th caution of the night. Real quick, we're going to take a step aside for a word from our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Dr. Felter Snatch from the Helping Hand Clinic in downtown Arcadia, Florida. Do you have a friend, loved one, or coworker who suffers from erectile dysfunction? Well, first, I'd like to know, why do you know your coworker has erectile dysfunction? That's another question for another court case. Anyway, we can cure erectile dysfunction without drugs, without therapy, without inpatients. All it takes is simple diet and exercise. The tricky part is getting her to diet and exercise. To find out more, come visit us down at the Helping Hand Clinic. We're located in a van behind Walmart, downtown Arcadia.
Welcome to Rebel Racing Network, the premier destination for professional iRacing esports broadcasting. We bring the virtual track to life with high-energy race commentary that captures every pass, every pit stop, every photo finish. Our team of expert broadcasters delivers real-time analysis, strategy breakdowns, and the excitement of wheel-to-wheel racing. And before the green flag drops, we set the stage with our signature pre-race flyovers, showcasing each circuit with stunning cinematic visuals that make you feel like you're there in real life. Whether you're chasing a championship or cheering on your favorite team, Rebel Racing Network covers every story, every series, and every unforgettable moment. From grassroots leagues to top-tier championships, we bring passion, precision, and performance to every broadcast. Subscribe now, watch live, feel the rush. This is Rebel Racing Network, where the action never lifts.
All right, and we are back. We're going to bring you the exciting finish to this one. I'd like to give a big shout out and thank you to Ryan Comba for helping me with these commercials. And they are going to get the 1 to go signal this time by. So we're going to get to finish this race with a green-white checkered finish. Jonathan Dominics is going to lead them to the restart. Samuel Reed will be second. Joshua Edmonds will restart third. Aaron Yancey in fourth. Tyler Clifford in fifth. Seth LaCroix in sixth. Scott Leonard in 7th, Byron Gay in 8th, Terrell Wheeler in 9th, and Zachary Price is going to round out your top 10 tonight. And with this green-white checkered, it is still anyone's race. As the cars head down the back stretch, those lights on the pace car are out, and they are double file. I think this is going to be a great finish, Thomas. Stay tuned, everyone. A very exciting finish to kick off the start of this new season. All right, they've come off turn 4. That pace car getting ready to dive down pit lane one more time. Jonathan Dominic's leading them into the restart zone. Green flag is out. We are back racing, folks. Jonathan Dominic's with a good restart there, getting a jump. The 56 of Samuel Reed going to fall in line behind him, as well as that 98 of Aaron Yancey. Samuel not going to wait too long sitting behind him as he jumps back to the outside. Getting some help from behind from that 17 of Joshua Edmonds. And here comes Seth LaCroix as well. We talked about it, just talked to him under this caution. He has some damage to get worked out. He has now made his way back up to the front. Joshua Edmonds and Seth LaCroix, they are teammates. 17 is going to go around. Caution is out. Major front end damage for Seth LaCroix. Looks like Jonathan Dominic, Scott Leonard, Byron Gay, and Zachary Pierce also involved in that. Go back, look, see what happened here. Looks like the 17 was just going low. He caught, I believe that was the 98 of Aaron Yancey. And he goes around, taking out a majority of that outside line. So very tough break for Seth LaCroix. A lot of front end damage. His night is going to be over, having already used that quick repair. After all that mayhem, we're going to have Samuel Reed taking point in this race. Aaron Yancey in second. Tyler Clifford in third. Joshua Edmonds, that's 17 car. He is currently sitting in fourth, but with some major front end damage. Terrell Wheeler in fifth. Chris Evans in sixth. And Byron Gay in seventh. We started tonight with 18 cars. And now we have 7 who have not been involved in an accident looking to make a race for the finish. We're seeing a lot of cars on pit road trying to get some of this damage worked out and be able to compete as we get ready for another green-white checkered finish. We are in overtime now, folks. We are excited for tomorrow too, Thomas. Looking forward to broadcasting the ARCA League. I tell you what, last week in the ARCA broadcast, that was the most fun I've ever had on a broadcast. Yes, the 98 has been involved in quite a few here, but he is still trucking. I tell you what, though, he has probably not made a lot of friends this race. Lights on the pace car are out. We're going to double them up and get ready to go back green. Once again, another green-white checkered finish, or green-white checkered. I am hoping your fans show back up too, Thomas. This is still anyone's race, but I'm going to keep an eye on that 17 car. Looks like mostly front-end damage for him. But he has been very competitive tonight. I think if he makes a move at the right time, he could still take away a win here. So we currently have 10 cars now sitting on the lead lap for this restart. Once again, Samuel Reed leading him back to the green flag here. Pace car is off. That 98 of Aaron Yancey hanging way back from the leader as they enter the restart zone. The green flag is out. Samuel waited till the end of the restart zone to go. 86 of Tyler Clifford getting to the inside of the 98 of Aaron Yancey. Samuel Reed with a big jump there. It looks like with all that front end damage, the 17 car is struggling to keep pace. He's getting a push from behind. He needed to get that front end tucked right behind the 98 of Aaron Yancey with all that aero damage. is just not going to be able to do it as they're coming off of turn 4 to take the white flag. And the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Next flag ends the race. Samuel Reed in control of this one. They're wrecking behind him. That 98 of Aaron Yancey having a very tough time trying to get a push from the 17. I think it's going to come a little bit too late as Samuel Reed leads them into turn 3. Little bobble from the 98. The 43 of Terrell Wheeler sideways, taking a ride down pit road. Checkered flag is out. Samuel Reed takes home the win. Tyler Clifford in second. Aaron Yancey takes home third. Tyler Street in fourth. Joshua Edmonds rounding out your top 5. We'll go back, see what happened there with Terrell Wheeler. He's sideways coming off of 3. Or coming off of 4, I apologize. Sideways, Terrell Wheeler going through the infield grass backwards. He's going to come home 10th tonight. As they make their way back around to the line. We will wait for the top 3 to get in here for interviews. All right, we currently have a race winner, Samuel Reed. Only one available for interviews in the Discord, so we're going to get him up in the booth. Samuel, it is Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I got you loud and clear.
All right, congratulations, taking home the win tonight. First points race of the inaugural season. How does it feel, buddy?
Let's just say that my house just exploded.
All right. Hopefully a good explosion there. Hopefully they were watching the broadcast to watch you take home the win. That last green-white checkered, what was going through your mind?
Oh, I just knew that I was trying to get everybody bunched up on that restart just so nobody could get a run on me. And it didn't really work the way I wanted it to. But then I ended up getting a great jump anyways, and nobody really pulled the gap close except the outside line, and then they fell off really hard, and I was like, well, this is mine. I just got to keep doing my race, just block if I have to, and pulled it off.
Yeah, it worked out well for you. I'm not sure if you were aware the 17 car was restarting in 4th, has some major front end damage that kept him from being able to really catch up to the 98 and give him a good push. So that damage probably helped you out a lot.
Yeah, it did. It did. Well, and there for that long green flag run we had, I got damaged from that 8 car when he smacked the wall, and I fell back, so it was just me and the 98, 20 seconds off the lead group, and I was like, we're done. I was like, we got to cause a caution or something. I said, because we're never going to catch these guys. And then I guess we prevailed on top.
Yep. Well, it is Daytona, and anything can happen. It paid off for you tonight. Anyone you want to thank before we let you get out of here and go celebrate?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to QuickTime Sim Sports, co-owner. Give a shout out to Velocity Race Scraps, co-owner as well. Shout out to Rebel Racing for putting on this broadcast. Shout out to Terrell and the NORA series. So far, so good.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations again. We'll let you get on out of here and burn it down.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Once again, that was race winner Samuel Reed. Still looking for the other top 3 guys. Tyler Clifford, Aaron Yancey have not made their way into the Discord yet, so they will not be getting an interview. We're going to go through our official results now. All right, the first race of the inaugural season of the NORA Cup series, we have Samuel Reed taking home the win. Tyler Clifford in second. Aaron Yancey comes home third. Tyler Street in fourth. Joshua Edmonds in fifth. Zachary Price finishes sixth. Chris Evans in seventh. Byron Gay in eighth. Scott Leonard in ninth. Terrell Wheeler comes home 10th. Joseph Truskowski finishes 11th. Jonathan Dominics in 12th. Seth LaCroix in 13th. Eric Jorgensen in 14th. Chris Jones finishes 15th. Scott Tomlinson in 16th. Christopher Foote comes home 17th. And Joseph Benson finishing in 18th, rounding out your field. I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Please hit like, subscribe, follow on YouTube. Go check us out on Facebook. Like and follow there so we can bring these races to Facebook. Hopefully, we see all of y'all back here tomorrow night for the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA Series tomorrow at Daytona for 80 laps. So the ARCA Series will be tomorrow. The green flag dropping at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 80 laps at Daytona. Be sure to check us out on Tuesday night as well for the 204 Late Model Series. It is their season finale, and it's going to be a good one, folks. Until tomorrow, this is Austin Householder signing off.